Not awake. It's 5 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. I was gonna say I was gonna do this today. I should deliver today. Uh, yeah, I was gonna do work more on this. Let's see. That was quite a part. Interesting. Okay. Put in here contact details from Kirsten. Kirsten, what helps when I'm down? I guess when I'm depressed. Don't know what helps when I'm down. I do know humans work on routine, continuing with the discipline of routine till they feel better because you're not always going to feel down. A lot of times, doing what you can, not what you can't. Working on the things that you love. And yeah, that is a lot of random stuff in the background. Holding my boys. Yeah. Being with loved ones. Oh, it's in here. Just kids. I don't know. I just whatever we work towards. We work towards. Just doing what we can with what we have. Sometimes even when we're sad, it helps. I used to fake it till I made it, being sad, but it doesn't always work. I wanted something more substantial, more, because apparently your mind can't tell the difference. See, your brain is in this very dark and closed area. Your brain has no idea what's going on. So it's your sensory input. If your ears and all that are telling you, oh, I'm happy. So if you fake it, go, oh, I'm happy. Oh, my favorite things. Oh, smile. Then your body is supposed to be like, oh, we're supposed to be smiling. There's events that cause us to be smiling. So therefore, we're going to pump dopamine out. Not always. I mean, it's like placebo. It's going to work for so long. Well, that's not bad. Then and that's supposed to work. I mean, perspective really helps it maintain longer. Usually with the placebo, it comes down and it's no fun after it comes crashing down. Let's get this rug worked on. I haven't worked on it. And cleaning, having a nice place after I clean up. Having a nice place to sit there and read and just sit. And there are some days when I'm down that I'm simply like, those are my in bed days or just sitting on the computer days. Um, yeah, I mean, I dress kind of dress up in clothes that I like, the way that I like the clothes to feel. Um, I try to write out some of the things that cause me to feel down. Let's see, what else do I do? Yeah, because if you can identify it, you can understand the perspective that led to it, and you can control's an illusion. You can take your perspective and you can look at multiple perspectives. So if you can get a different perspective on the same thing, so it opens up your world and allows you to have a bigger viewpoint, a bigger perspective. And sometimes that allows you, because if you're only in a small spot where, say, you slurp your food and you're in America and people get on you like, oh, that's so gross. And you tend to end up somehow taking like it's a part of who you are. You're just a slipper. You're a horrible person. Then you go to say Japan, you slurp, nobody cares. Yeah, you must be enjoying your food. You're slurping. You know, it's noodles. It's what you do. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. Perspectively, that opens up that in a small little pool, that's probably a bad thing. But in another pool or in a big ocean, you have more variety, whereas it's a good application. The same things that cause you to feel like you're not good enough are good enough, or maybe even celebrate it. Sometimes, if you open yourself up and go to that party that you don't want to go to, that you're just going to sit at, I mean, go out and search and come back. Unless that type applies to people who have the energy to go out and to go search for things. There are people that it won't apply to because they have no energy to go out and about and go, oh my God, what else out in the world to help me feel better? Travel helps you feel better, meaning people, animals. Oh my God, animals. We are not alone in this world. I've noticed with movies, like animals are less and less. Or they're pointed out. If you watch the old movies, there's lots of animals around. I think even in Dr. Dolittle, it feels like there were less animals. Feels like. I have no idea. I didn't bother to count. But yeah, more and more animals. And there's just coming with puppies and kitties and go to the person's house that has puppies or has a dog. Go walk the dog. Of course, there's people who have the dogs. They go out, they go walk the dog, and it helps with that. If you're able to take care of a puppy or a kitty, I mean, or an animal, sometimes that helps when you're down. It's just taking care of somebody else helps, you know. You know, you feel love. That kind of love kind of picks you up and helps you feel better for different reasons for different people. So what do I do when I'm down? I, I, I personally just wait it out, I think, but it's not substantial. But other ideas are, you know, like go out and seek out nature, just sit out in the middle of nowhere, backyard, park, surround yourself with you know, immersed in nature sounds. Don't have those or have access to those. Um, and that's not always easy. That's why it's important to have, community nature areas that are accessible to everybody. And, try to find the seam to go on here. Probably use the seam. Alright. Okay. Yeah. You know, I don't think I did the intro. I need to do an intro that comes in that plays the beginning of all my videos, including a live video. I go back and edit and cut in intro. If that's something that you'd like, and comments on it. Because as a viewer, what are some of the intros that you like? What are the intros that you don't like? And we'll see what work with me. I'll look at other, mostly because you guys don't kind of comment. There's only 20 of you. And all I get are the porn comments a lot of the times. Kirsten, she comments a lot. She's awesome. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you and your puppy are doing great. And so, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on in this world. Don't listen to the news for like 24 hours or a week. And then that really doesn't help depression for some reason. And I watch all those sci-fi movies where there's reporters. They're like, I don't want to do the fluff piece. And I realize without the fluff piece, the world looks depressing and people are just, people are depressed. You're no longer turning on the news. It's too depressing. Do your fluff pieces. Thanks. Get the bag out of this. My kid needs a change purse. Oh, that would be cute. Just do a patch. Oh, I'm doing strips with those. That's what these are for. Yeah, no, I'm not doing strips. Like that. It's cleaned up. Yeah. It notified me something. Oh, okay. Put there. Yeah, this whole it's cleaned. I can't. We had the kids in this room with us on the top. We had a top bunk and a bottom bunk, and 4-year-old was a teeny tiny thing, and share with the 9-year-old. And we got the different beds, so we got 2 beds now, and so they're able to move out into the other room, and there's more space for them that works. and they're happy. I'm trying to build them more space, more area. So I'm doing a garage sale. We're gonna try garage sale. See what happens. I want it. I like it. Just to accomplish it. And it doesn't have to be the perfect. It's gonna suck. And so what I'm gonna do is from there make a better one, and a better one, and a better one until it's epic. My neighbors is an inspiration for their garage sales. The thing is, I've been trying to figure out how to manage the fact that I've got a piled up mess that I need to clean. I've got small children I gotta take care of. They're not teeny tiny tykes in diapers, but I'm lucky. I don't know how I did that sometimes. But if I hadn't learned how to do that, I wouldn't be this far with being able to take care of them. Sometimes my whole day is I fix food, then it's, hours of dishes, and I fix the next one. It's like we're eating every 2 hours. Never leaving this kitchen. I should make the best of it. I like to ferment stuff, so this weekend it'd be nice to ferment, get the bubbly stuff going. I want to ferment this so to create soda fermented for the kids. I'm gonna try. We'll see what happens. I'm getting kefir, liquid kefir. That's a good sharp way, but one of the videos suggested kefir, so we'll have to make that. I'll have to look at the recipe. I'll have to find a recipe. And you guys can do it with me. You guys want to do the yard sale with me, and then you guys want to clean this with me? Tell me you want to clean this with me. Deal with sensory issues. Like, how do I deal with sensory issues? Which one's a pair of clothes? Wash everything. Section by section. So this section over here looks very, very pretty. It took me hours to do yesterday. The light, I wonder what the light, but yeah, you can't see. It's just cleaning. Yeah, the light makes it hard, and you can't see. The section that is actually cleaning, that section is cleaning this area, that closet, that's right there, and then we move on just that desk, and just that. We'll start with the top shelf, then we'll start with that shelf, then we'll start with that, and we'll do 10 minutes worth. And if we have the next, available, we'll do another 10 minutes. Like if I black out an hour, do 10 minutes worth. That's not as important as the other stuff. So then we're going to do the yard sale so that I have available space to put all the things that need to go someplace. And then we're going to upcycle everything. And then, yeah. Yeah. Just work on just being creative because I got 101 projects that I want to do, and I was going to focus on each, but now I kind of need them to be working now. Then I'll bring my kids into the upcycle projects that they can do. I'll just do it a little bit at a time till it's done. Because we got stuff we gotta do. Kids need, doctor's appointments and all their fun things. And if they don't get their fun things, act like cabin fever, and if the house gets destroyed while you're trying to clean it. So you have to manage it and balance it and create a routine. Then there's the whole, craft. I practice witchcraft personally, so religiously. So that yeah. So I am going to try to figure out schedule. All right. So this one isn't for sale because underwear is going in there, and not the rug. The quilt will be for sale. Pieces that I'll do the quilt from, which is we're going to put underwear pieces in. Like, because it's gonna be for my feet. It's gonna be a rug. None of my kids are crawling babies, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. If I had crawling babies, this would not be going in that rug. I'd be like, screw that. No, I want only the nicest things for my rug. The nicest clothing, the prettiest, softest, with lots of colors that appease their developing eyes. Uh, right now, we're just gonna cut this into strips, and that's all we're gonna do. And it's boring, but the work needs done. You ever notice, like I sit there and I realize I need more of the result than I need to be doing the work. So I need to do the work so that I can get the results by the time I need the results. I'm gonna learn how to make my own clothing. Sell all this and make new clothing and quilts and things. Okay. Hmm. So scary. Step on it. We have the holes there. Ah, I got it. I'm cutting this dark material on a black skirt, so it's hard to see what's aiming at me instead of the light of this. So, you have to take care of yourself. Yeah, and this isn't one being sold. I would never sell one that I put underwear in. So if I thought I was going to sell this before, that ain't happening. This is just prototype. Me learning how to do it. So I'll get all the strips out. Hopefully I can learn how to do this faster. Oh well. That's the thing that comes with practice of time. When you set aside time, you set aside. That's that's where I have trouble, is trying to decide between uh doing a task for an allowed amount of time or doing a task until completion. Like, because other things will interrupt that time. I mean, once you get a method, it should work. Because I watched what was it, that the Hayao Miyazaki. I love the Ghibli film shows, including Hayao Miyazaki's films. Um, if I had to watch cartoons and animes and watch shows for kids, that's the ones that just get my heart. It's where Disney didn't go wrong, you know. And I mean, lately Disney just has issues. They're doing so many things right, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm glad they're getting rid of the villains. That makes me feel a lot better. Because if a lot of people villainize, it makes it difficult for this whole world to. It's easier to villainize people, and I do it. I villainize people that I don't want to villainize. You know? But it's easier to make boundaries and just cut them out of burn a bridge. Hmm. Because they're the bad guy, and I know they've done that to me, and they're going to continue to cut at me. The way we treat people that are a threat or villainous, I don't know. The way we treat our prisoners says a lot more about the guard than it does about the prisoners and about the reason why they're in prison. It's probably easier if this were out of town. Yeah, just cut faster or more efficiently. Yeah. But yeah. Don't just throw things away. I want things to go where they belong. I want them to go where they'll be, where they were created. If things get moved around and flowed through, and what I want to do is create a flow. Because the blood's got to flow through life. It flows through us. Blood flows through us. And what happens if the blood gets all collected in one spot? We end up with a blood clot. It's our stuff, our money, our economics. It becomes quite a blood clot. But if it's not being stored there to go where it's needed when it's needed, then there's no point in storing it there. I washed these twice. I'm so glad I did because I'm sitting here touching. This TikTok has a lot of people with accents, so I start taking accents from the people around, people, so that's where we learn to talk, to people around us. And the influence we have on the people around us learning to talk from us. Okay, so I'm kidding. Underwear. That is my life. I'm cutting underwear. But I hope you guys are doing well. I have not been listening to YouTube news, so I don't know what new algorithms and things are going on, and what we're doing with social media. I have Twitter, or I had Twitter before. I don't know if I still do, or if they got rid of inactive accounts. But I have Twitter, and I have Instagram, I have TikTok. Don't have Snapchat. I don't know what's up. I'm just like, no, I'm not. It's probably like the best thing for me. So I have a blog that I just kind of like crapped in, just info dumped, or just random stuff that doesn't make any sense because of crazy. And I noticed that crazy is just a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. Or type of crazy, anyways. Once you make sense of it, is that crazy at all? Or you're more familiar with it and you're like, oh, that makes more sense. Maybe that person's crazy. Maybe that person has an emotional reaction to the actual thing that's happening to them, and they don't have any, skills. Don't think that script's gonna do anything. I've been at this for half an hour. Okay, so it says in the next video, because I'm going along this one, which first gets me. What do I do with? There's missing one. What do I do with it? I put it someplace. Okay. So the next one is, creating a safe place. We'll talk about that tomorrow. How to create a safe place, or creating our environment, basically, not just a safe place. But yeah, that I was going to do in December, or yeah. These are just content ideas. I'm just gonna follow them tomorrow. Okay. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all that fun stuff. Interacting. It gives you a sense of control that you're interacting with your videos and that you get to reach out to me. And it's only 20 subscribers, so if you do comment, it actually, I can look back. I get notifications, and there's not a lot of notifications. It isn't bad. Just click on comment when you have a chance. Otherwise it's just me going blah 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 in the mornings. I have no idea what time it is there where you're watching, but yeah. So you get to watch this all transform into this beautiful space. Yeah. Guys, have a wonderful time. Love you. Love you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.